Okay, this is a teaching video, just to show how to start and how to run a snowblower. This particular machine here is a yard machine by MTD. It's a 30-inch swath, and it's got 11.5 horsepower motor, so it's got lots of power to do the business. Now, before we do anything, we want to make sure that we have enough fuel in the tank. So this is where you check the fuel. And it's just regular gasoline, there's no additives in there. And what I usually do is I just use a funnel or something like this as a funnel, and then you just pour the gas into it as such. Okay. The next thing you want to do is make sure that the oil is good. So here is where we check the oil is right here. So you have to unscrew this, and you can see the level, which is in good shape. It's full. So oils was actually changed earlier this year, so we're in good shape and the level is still good. Okay, just don't cross thread it, just let it screw in appropriately here. Here we go. All right, so the next thing, let's talk about some safety issues. Obviously, when you're running a machine, you have to have these levers be pressed in order to actually have the machine running forward, or for the auger to be turning. But I want to stress that you never ever, even if you have your hands off of those controls, never use your hands to unclog any packed up ice. Use this little device right here. It's like a little shovel, and you just clean it out and tap it down inside there to get rid of it. Okay, never put your hands in there, because even though the switches here, the controls might be off, you never know, something could slip and start on you. The other thing is, never put your hands inside here. Okay, so if the machine is off, you can put your hands in there to replace anything if you need to. Okay, now if you ever, and you're running the machine and you find out that it's not lifting the snow properly, it might be because one of these little shear pins on the shaft here might be broken, and that's what the purpose of those are. Is sometimes you hit a rock or a hard ice or something, and after a while they start getting a little bit worn out. So rather than breaking the differential and the gears and stuff in there, or wearing out the bearings, it'll actually shear the actual pin, and I had replacement pins for that. So okay, so let's review the controls. You come over here, and here we have the speed controls. So these are all 4 speeds: F1, F2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you just pull that and you can go as fast as you want. Now I generally, if it's really heavy snow, I'll usually go at F1, just because I might need to be running slower so I can get a good grip. But if it's just light snow and it's not that deep, you can put it in F2 and it clips along pretty good. You also have reverse too, R1 and R2. So I'll use those when I want to back into the garage or something. Okay? So the purposes of this exercise, we'll just keep it in F1. This side here, this control here controls the, not very well, but controls the direction of, or the pitch of the snow that you're blowing. And this control down here actually turns the direction of your chute. So you can adjust your direction as well as the pitch as to how high you want it to throw it. Okay. Now on our machine, I actually also have a garage door opener control right here too, so I can go in and out of the garage quite easily. All right. So when you do get the motor started, this control here, when you press that down, that actually turns the auger. All right. This one here actually creates the drive, whether it be forward or reverse. So when you have them both down, it's going to be running, and the auger's running, and it's throwing the snow. Okay. So let's talk about starting. This machine here has an electric start. So, but it's like an extension cord that you have to plug in. So what we do is we just plug it in right in here like this, okay, and it just goes in there just like you would an extension cord. Okay, now the first thing you do before you start is to make sure that the choke is fully closed, so that you put the choke in there so that it'll start the machine a lot faster. It'll create more gas flow into the, and you have to lift this lever up, which is a speed control to a start control. So this has to be all the way up in the up position. The choke has to be totally closed, okay, or engaged. And then I usually give a couple of these to get the fuel going, and then I push the button. Here we go. Open up the by pushing that lever down. That's how you do it. So you notice there that when I was doing the run, that I started going and then I activated this, which shot the snow and everything else. When you come back, you can either drag it back yourself, or you can put it in reverse. It's a little bit faster to pull it back yourself. Now, if you're out there and you want to shut it down, you want to start it again, without having to use the automatic, the starter, you can do it this way too. Okay, and that's it.
How do you turn a corner?
Oh, turning the corner, you have to actually use the machine to run it, and then you actually just turn it by hand. It doesn't have, some of the newer machines have the trigger controls. This doesn't, okay? Okay, that's it. Hit stop.